we do have this up, and you said that this is a ban on Outpost?
Yep.
We have a ban on Outpost, and we have a ban on Hillside.
Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised to see Aegis. They banned Outpost that first time as well, and so I'm not surprised to see that repeated.
So
I just
Aegis
have
picked Stones Hill, POP picked Battlegrounds, and then Aegis banned Dark Forest. So we're at final ban right now.
yeah.
Oh,
and
there it
they
goes.
banned Cove.
Oh,
Good,
banned.
very good.
You called it, so it looks like it's definitely Hideout.
Okay, we're going with that.
We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes, though. I think after a couple minutes here, we'll really see who's coming out ahead.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Aegis is actually going triple Vanguard now, which I'm not sure because this is a 6v6 rule set. The rest can interpret however they want, so interesting to see if they interpret that. I'm guessing that they've said the 50% rule is not required, which I like that decision. So we're going to see 3 Knights versus 3 Vanguards. The first engagement goes down. You see a 3v3 over on the left-hand side, a 3v3 on the, or 2v2 on the right. Oh, looks like MA is going to try to get over, but Melonskin Pop does go down. He tried to sneak away, but that's not really going to matter because the rest of his teammates are going to go over the wall. They actually won that fight, but Vilken, he had some clutch moments in that last match. Only going to take 1 down with him this time. Mystics, the Meme Lord, is now there. It looks like they didn't really understand what to do. Do they? Okay, so they understand to get to this objective, but now they're going to be beset upon by the Aegis
They
members.
really wasted some time there trying to, you know, lounge to the objective. I'm not sure if they played this map before or not, but hopefully this next push will go better.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit odd. So.
Yeah, and now the Knight has trickled in. Oh, he's breaking the door though. He's making progress.
Yeah, breaking the door from the inside is really good if you don't get that first push momentum, but because he's trickling in, he's not going to build up this sufficient momentum to get any real damage on the inside of that door. So now the question is, POP, are they going to push up or not? It looks like they're just having a Vanguard out there. I hope he doesn't get caught.
He could be baiting him. Oh, the Vanguard sees the Man-at-Arms here.
Yeah, but the MAA also sees the Vanguard, and if the MAA gets reinforcements first, this Vanguard's going to feel pretty lonely. Meanwhile, actually on the cart, or closer to the objective, they do... looks like this Vanguard's going to find himself in a 1v2. How long can he last? Not long enough. Green Azza goes down, and it looks like they're dropping off from the top. They just really want to break the inside of that door. They broke it. They've accomplished their goal. But 12 minutes and 34 seconds left. You start off with like 15 minutes on this objective, so they've wasted 2.5 minutes of objective time.
Yes, they have. They really need to stop trickling in, and they all need to group up, or else they're going to waste even more time. That's what a lot of teams kind of... it's a very easy mistake to make, because you want to just charge out there and try to get the objective, but you got to work together.
Yeah, and lots of people have different understandings of flanks. If you go off on a flank, like, oh, I'll just go on this side, you guys go on this side, but you have to time it. You see that Vanguard went off on a flank. That would have been great, but he went early enough, they just saw him and 2v1'd him. Now his team is fighting a 4v5, and that's never good in Shiv. Unless you can make it a 4v4 and Light does that, and this can be... they're trading back and forth pretty well. Unfortunately for them, it's not going to be well enough. And that's the other thing too, is if you're missing one person in a 5v5, that's one thing. The 4 can sometimes overcome the 5. But as those numbers dwindle, 2v3s almost always go in favor of the 3. Much more than the 4v5s go in favor of the 4.
Yeah, that's the nature of the game. As there's less people, it kind of makes it easier for the majority numbers to win.
Yeah, I missaid the numbers, but you guys understand what I mean. Yep, who knows? And we'll see. It looks like Aegis knows, because they know exactly what they're doing to this Prophets of Purity. They are doing
everything. Was having a tough time getting over that barrel.
Yeah.
If you saw him there.
I did not. I was too busy trying to make a pun or whatever about how they are tarnishing the Prophet's Purity.
Oh, I'm sorry for tarnishing your pun.
It's okay. I am so resolute now that it's essentially like I have an Aegis that blocked your attempts at tarnish.
Fair enough. A good strategy I've seen on this map is if one of the a man-at-arms on Agatha goes and flanks the back as like a bait to distract the team, and then the other team pushes in, that can be very effective.
Yeah, that's honestly something that you see a lot of the top teams do, but that's something that requires an MA that's playing with your team. And if you look at the attacking squad, they don't even really have, and they just have the MAA that's been going half-heartedly sometimes, but not really drawing anything because his team's dead before he can actually get anywhere. Like right now, he's pushing up. He's an MAA. You can draw their attention or whatever, but don't get caught. He's putting himself in a position where he can get caught. Now he's caught. He's going to get killed. His distraction is not being utilized.
Yeah, that overhead was going nowhere. They really just need to step up their gameplay at this point. I think they're losing the engagements out of a pure gap in skill. Who knows?
Well, I mean, that's the thing
game is just getting started.
Yeah, but I mean, nine minutes left. They haven't really made hardly any progress or whatever. I know. I believe in them. I believe that. Oh, I was about to say I believe that they're gonna get this 2v1 pick off onto this mall, but then this mall just decided. Light had other ideas.
I don't know what they're doing. It kind of looks like they're throwing.
Can you throw the game that you never caught in the first place?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's deep.
That's deep, bro. What else is deep? It's just how far into these bodies that Maul is going. Knight is just putting, and that's the thing is versus these trickle-ins, Mauls will just end you fast before your teammates can get there. So and they're actually going to push up. This is going to get us some better fights here, so I'm looking forward to this. We'll see if the hesitance to capture was actually a result of a skill difference or a timing difference. And so far, the first piece of evidence we have says, actually, they're still trickling in. I mean, Light he got a kill for it, and he gets another one, but he's dead now. And let's see just how. Wow, they're still pushing up. This could be. The screams coming out. It looks like Aegis. They got taken down. If there's ever a time to capitalize on Aegis, it is now, Galaxy.
What a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, Light really pulled it out there. That was some really great play from Light. Now let's see if the rest of his teammates can capitalize on it. That Halberd got some opening stuff really great at the beginning, but then the mismatch over on that left side just gets them taken down. Now, of course, you will end up seeing on the right side of your screen a 1v2, on the left side a 1v1. Oh, wow, Azog doing everything he can with that Halberd. 1 kill, 2 kills. He's beating him bloody. Light proves, and now this is a Vanguard versus Vanguard. The spawns are going to come really fast unless Azog gets this kill really fast. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. They're using quite the swing manipulation, trying to do everything.
There we go.
But Azog doesn't care about Viking's drag. Now they need to put one Vanguard out to distract that person from getting on the cart or getting on the thing and taking them off. But unfortunately for them, not quite able to.
Knight might be able to save their progress. Oh, he didn't get on the point.
Yep, and now the trickle-ins. Just the poor Knight. Mystics is the meme lord, and now he's dead. Six minutes left. Knight 14-5 with that Maul. Akle is 9-2, and I think he's also going Maul, isn't he?
Who?
Or is Akleus going? Okay,
I think
Akleus
he's the Maul Knight.
No, That's
no, that's Knight.
Yeah, Mac. He's actually gone longsword, and the longsword is so strong right now. I thought 2 mauls might have been a bit much, but it would honestly work here because of just how well they're playing together. Look at the shield knight that they had. One of them wasn't even in the fight when it started. Now he's gonna block lots of things with that shield. But I honestly think Light was doing the best out of everyone without the shield. On the other team, you see he was going 6 and 12, and 3 or whatnot. But a lot of the progress they got were off the back of Light doing some really good stuff there, and Azog, like Light and Azog really teamed up for that. And now to switch him back off of something, I'm not sure if that's the right call. We'll see. They've got 5 minutes left to find an answer though. The next engagement goes down, and this time they actually get numbers off the start of it. And they're actually winning because they got numbers off of the start of it. A little push-up by Aegis is going to result. And then they've got, Acleus actually gets one in the 1v2. Gets it down to a 1v1. But at the same time, as this is going on, he's going to just run back because his brethren might need him. And they are not capturing anymore. So, really, just this 1v1. If you're a Nagathian in this position, you can get the kill as late as possible and hope that your team is going to be ready to do something and reinforce you. But it looks like his team is just sitting back there and watching him die, waiting for him to regroup. Ironically, if they had actually pushed up to him, they could have met the opposing team's push-up. Now this is a 4v2. Immediately becomes a 4v3 though. As the things come in. Green as it gets 2 kills, and now they do have one person heading towards the capture point, but that leaves 2 1v1s, and he's going to go into the belly of the beasts. Both of the 1v1s are going to be lost. He could have put advantage, and you know what? He's just going to meet Acleus, and Acleus is going to show him his big giant maul. I mean, it's just so, these guys are so close to putting things together. Things are happening that they can take advantage of, but it's just not quite getting anything. The kicks occurred, the beaten and bloodied mystics. I mean, at this point, requisite being out that far, that low, he should drop back to the rest of his team if you want to play optimally. But I think they're at the point where they're just like, we want to relax, we want to have a good time. This is gonna be they're in their minds they're thinking, we're gonna win this. This is gonna be the first tournament match we've ever won.
Yeah, they seem very confident that they have the win here. So I think they're getting a little comfortable.
But the thing is that's the point that Prophets of Purity can take advantage of, and they're taking advantage of it more and more every time because the Aegis is getting increasingly more and more brazen. But no matter how brazen they get, Prophets of Purity just keep on trickling in.
Exactly. They keep trickling in, which is their critical mistake at this point. It's wasted all of their time.
Yeah, I mean,
they need to play together and up their synergy, because when they do push together, they do pretty well, but they end up ultimately losing the engagement.
Yeah, Mystic's the meme lord just outdueled Jaw, didn't suffer anything, and look at him, he's doing work 1v1. The thing is, all this work is going to come for naught unless they can get some capitalization. Oh my gosh, actually Mystic the meme lord! Mystic's the meme lord is, oh my gosh, this is a meme. Oh, requisite, oh my gosh, Mystic's the meme lord. Yep,
gotta hold this.
That's a highlight, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mystic's the meme lord.
They only have 6 minutes to get this. They gotta get this quick. Oh man, Jaw going in. You know he's pissed that they made it.
That Jaw just crunching down on them, just masticating them all over.
Nice.
And now we'll see if he's able to do that on this next objective, or if Aegis will muster a defense that's sufficiently requisite to put them onto the attacking round.
Melonskin is lit, and he just obliviously jumped over this Vanguard's throwing axe.
I completely missed that. I thought
Vulcan, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
threw an axe and he jumped right over it.
Yeah, I apologize to the individuals. I missed that because I didn't think that they'd actually get very far. But to my surprise, they got this almost instantly.
User left your channel.
And now it's going to be up to them.
This is exactly what they needed. Oh no.
This is exactly what they didn't need, is the trickle in.
Yeah.
I mean, Light can pull off clutch plays. We've seen clutch plays from them. Green Azza takes one out. He was part of that clutch play before. They take another one out. Light and Green Azza. Light finally goes down, but this is going to be a 3v2, and they are going to have more respawns up here. Green Azza takes down Jaw. They have two people on the door. The Maul versus Maul. And this Maul versus Maul is actually going to become a Maul versus Maul versus Maul. All the Mauls in the world are not going to stop these reinforcements from getting in on the side of the Masons. So, and you know what? I know exactly what happened. They did not.
Back to them all.
Yeah, they. All this time they're trickling in, but when they actually, if they actually just went straight from spawn to the fight, they would have been able to go reinforce there before a lot of the spawns from Aegis came. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure that they were just slow getting there, and now the trickle in's happening. And we'll see if they pull off some clutch plays. This is a 3v5 now. It's going to require a lot of clutchness, and you're not going to get clutchness if you're stammed out Melon Skin.
Why do they keep trickling in? This is blowing my mind.
But that's the thing,
they're
Galaxy.
doing it well for trickling in, but it's just they could be doing so much better.
But that's the thing, Galaxy, is that you're coming at this. You never played Shiv when it was first coming out. Trickling in used to be what everyone did. If you haven't looked at the game and studied it sufficiently, then trickling in doesn't sound that bad. It's like, hey, I'm up right now. I need to be doing something. If I'm not doing something, I'm wasting time, right? Green Azza gets wasted. Speaking of wasting, and it's going to be a 2v4 that quickly becomes a 0v3. But yeah, I mean, we look at it now when you look at trickling. I was like, wow, that's really obvious. Why are you doing that? But that's not how the experience of these players. They're just experiencing the game the way that the first players who should have experienced it in lots of ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is very true. See, if these guys had studied a little bit, maybe watched past tournament matches on this video, or on this map, I mean, they might have seen some strategies that worked and some that didn't. They could have learned. Yeah, but now they got to test it out for themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is that Hideout is very rarely played in relation to the other maps. So,
I have personally never scrimmed on this map before, and I think I've scrimmed on almost every other one. So yeah, you're exactly right.
Oh wow, it looks like the MAA is just going to go straight for the door. And that's an okay tactic if you think that you're going to get enough to build that up over time. But I feel like this is one of those objectives where you're best served, especially with the defense that the Masons are going for. They're not pushing up at all. If the Masons are sticking by
the shot.
Yeah, that was pretty choice. But yeah, if the Masons aren't pushing up at all, then oh wow, there's actually a 2v3 here. The MAs might get another hit on the door or two. He gets one. Oh, Green Azza with the clutch. He might get a lot more than one. He and his friends might be getting a lot here. Oh, but Knight is doing everything he can to, and Knight really is one of these Squire team players that is really trying to carry his team and lead them. He's going to do the scoreboard as soon as this push ends, but it's so hard to gauge when these pushes begin and end because the trickle-ins are so real. So yeah, you see Knight 29-11. You see Requisite 21-10. You see Aegis 20-6. These guys are doing so much, and John Vilken, of course, are doing great as well. The Prophets of Purity, they have those moments of brilliance where it's just like, I just want you to capitalize on this just slightly better, and you could get past this objective. The 2-minute warning sign comes out, and I'm hoping that it's been out for a little bit already, and the trickle-ins are still occurring. And they're trying to just get a little bit, and the little bit is working for them, but is it going to work in time? Because now, if they go in, they're going to have to go in 3v5. Granted, they have a fire pot, but now they're going in 2v5. And they've got Mauls on the other side, and they've got a Knight. That Maul plus Knight equals 1 hit. Beautiful shot. It requires a headshot, so it requires skill to land. At the same time, they have that skill. And that Vanguard's making a break for it, and he hits it once, but it's not going to get a whole lot done. MMA is going to hit once. It's not going to get a whole lot done. 30 seconds.
That Vanguard forgot what year it was before getting bonked by the Maul. He just looked lost.
There was, yeah, exactly.
They just getting a little cheeky for, they went double Maul earlier, and now they got a Maul and a Grand Mace. They really are just trying to get these fights over quickly.
And honestly, the only time trickles ever work is if you stall the opponent long enough so that your reinforcements get there. And that's hard to stall a team with 2 Mauls. Either you win that fight because you flinch them and they can't do anything and they die, or they kill you. Unfortunately for them...
And that's round.
Yep, that's the round. So they do have to get... As long as they get pretty much all of the second objective, Aegis will be moving on to the next round. So we will see exactly what's going to be happening here. Looking for the map reset here in just a second. Looking at the scoreboard, Knight 33 and 11, requisite 25 kills. That is just, that's impressive. And we'll see if Prophets of Purity can muster the same thing on their defense.
They did come through with that clutch objective time on that first objective, giving them, you know, access to the second instead of getting DNF. But let's see if they can pull through again on this. Defense is going to be very tough for them.
Yep, and versus the triple Knight double Vanguard setup, that's going to give them a little bit more staying power against this offensive man-at-arms and an archer setup.
Yeah.
So
if we see some full hammers, it looks like they have an archer. Archer, they're going double halberd.
Yep. And
hey, so far so good.
Yeah, the thing though is that really all they want to do in that offensive push is get those ladders up. And they fought a little too early. Now that the ladders are up, they're not going to have to worry about that quite so much. They're still going to get choke point, and they're going to have to find a way to overcome the choke point. But I have a feeling that they'll either just go right in order to do that, or they'll just win a fight en masse on one of the points. You see 2 of them are going up right. So let's see if this actually leads to a 2v2. A fight is occurring elsewhere that I can hear, but I can't really... Wow, they're actually pressing this 2v2 with archer support, and it goes into a 2v3. Requisite and Knight don't care, though. I mean, Requisite and Knight, you can tell that these are the players that I was told, hey, watch Requisite and Knight, because they're 2 of the top players. And you can tell individually skilled, they're really actually beyond their levels in Shiv, and beyond their comp experience in Shiv. And when they play together, they definitely are playing off of each other in a way that's really good, really beneficial.
Yep. They are 2 very strong knights. You can tell they're most likely very good duelists.
Yeah, exactly. The thing though is right now, their entire team is feeling strong as well. So it's almost like that's how you take this objective or whatever versus a team. You take it as a team. You don't try a bunch of trickling in. You take it as even when you trickle in or whatever, they trickled in with 2 people with reinforcements shortly behind, and they were the 2 strongest people trying to take advantage of not being shot by an archer. This is actually a fight that's actually going to have advantage. Yeah, and they're already there. 17 minutes and 33 seconds they have to complete this next objective. I'm liking the odds of Aegis. I'm just saying, if I was a betting man, I'd bet on him.
And gambling is bad, kids. Don't forget that.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, at this point, I think Aegis is gonna take it. I mean, you see Jaw in the lead, 5-1.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Is what's really nice about this Squire team is, yeah, there are people that do standout things or whatever. Like Knight and Requisite have been doing standout things, but also Jaw's been doing standout things. Atlas has been doing standout things. Light has been doing, or blah 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 blah. Yeah, and Vilken has been doing clutch things. Vilken got a quad kill in the previous match. So
wow.
These are all individuals that are just, they're doing great together, and you see it's just manifesting in their play right now. They've already almost got it. They're stopping the spawns. Azog's just a little bit off of getting their hits, and he actually gets a kill. So Azog getting that might actually buy them a little bit of time. but how much time, Galaxy? Do you think it bought them 16 minutes and 16 seconds worth?
The statistics are not on their side, but who knows? Anything could happen. I'd say Light is definitely the strongest. I would say the strongest player on the Mason side right now. He's carrying pretty hard, but
yeah, it's.
No, if we're being realistic here, definitely Aegis is gonna take it.
Yeah.
They're making good progress on the door as it is.
Yeah, and the thing is that this door is so hard to make progress on. It doesn't matter what weapon you hit it with, it's always a static amount of progress. So really the way that you get a lot of progress on it is by getting lots of people to hit it at once. That's how you get that fast progress. And actually, something happens. I think that they actually may have ballista bugged it, which I'm not sure if they know it's against the rules. But honestly, they got to the requisite progress before that anyway. I don't think that anything's going to happen. I think we can safely say that Aegis has taken this. And I'm interested to see, I'm hoping that they're going to play it out, personally. But we'll see.
It looks like it.
Yeah, and this objective is so interesting. They've got 20 minutes to do it. But if you're not familiar with this, the layout of this or whatever, how it's basically, it's multi-chambered, but it's all linked in a really intuitive way, where if you play the map, you can navigate it. But if this is like one of your first experiences with the map, you can get lost in it so easily.
It is probably one of the biggest maps on Chivalry, aside from Cove.
Yeah. I mean, in Cove or whatever, the objectives have objectives within themselves or whatever. Like the second objective has spawn
and it's
resets.
Linear. Like this one is like a lot of windy, different alleys you can go through. Yeah, it could be confusing.
Exactly. But they don't seem sufficiently confused. They seem like they're getting everywhere that they want to go. All you're seeing on the scoreboard, even the deaths or whatever, they're not even letting Prophets kill their people. They're killing their own people before Prophets can. That was the joke I was trying to make there. Okay, Vanguard. Oh my gosh! And they're making the other team kill themselves too. And at this point, honestly, and at this point, that's another cool thing about playing these out or whatever, is because at this point, because the match is over, everything is feeling different for these players. Like they're still trying, I'm sure, or whatever, but all the pressure's been taken off, and they can just try right now. And it produces some results. Sometimes you see teams do just better and just play better. Oh wow, beautiful shot by Green Azza, and you see comp changes. Green Azza is now Archer. I'm not sure how optimal that is on defense if he doesn't get a whole bunch of line of sight or whatever. Like this place is really cavernous. There's lots of well-designed areas to prevent yourself from being killed by the Archer or getting shot by the Archer. They put all that stuff that Knight has to hide behind, in addition to his tower shield. But
exactly, they're just rolling through this map, this part of the map. They're just taking all the progress.
All the progress.
They really just need this last area, and then that'll be game.
Well,
oh no, I forgot the king objective. I almost forgot.
Yeah, how can you forget? It's the most fun part, because the king objective is actually like really interesting.
This just makes me think back to the Tempest versus LG finals when it was played on this map.
That was a match.
That was quite the game.
Yeah, that's definitely a Shiv highlight. But we'll now see. It looks like they're missing one of these peasants somewhere. I guess technically they're okay. There they've got it. Now they're going to one last objective, and let's see if they can kill this king, or if they are going to. Oh, guess the guy didn't spawn as king. But if they actually keep this momentum or whatever, they can get to the king before he really has a chance to get anywhere. In fact, the king's actually pushing up, and there's actually different methodologies. Some people like the king to fight more actively with the melee. Some people like to play him more like a rat. and they're actually going for a very unique strategy. They're hiding him in a wagon, and they're protecting that wagon. They're using it to kind of do choke points. If you defend the king on both sides, he can't be hit. Unfortunately, as soon as one of those sides falls, then he really can't help but be hit. And now he has trapped himself in.
This is amazing.
Yeah, but you know what?
He seems to free himself.
He has freed himself from his own prison. He has become enlightened.
This is like my 2 favorite games. Chivalry and Oregon Trail.
Hey. But will the king die of dysentery? That's the question that we're all asking.
The only way a true king can die, really.
If you die any other way, your reign was illegitimate.
Yep.
You weren't a real king. Go out by lame things like swords and whatnot. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think with Mercs mod, since the king still has that, you know,
Regen.
The fast regen, it's good to play him aggressively because he has not only the heavy weapons, he has that increased health pool. So he's just like a tank.
Well, you go through that house pool pretty quickly when you're going up against double maul and a pole hammer that was looking at being added to that, or a halberd rather, or whatever. So
yeah,
double maul, gonna take it. Great show by Aegis. I'm glad that Prophets, like, you could tell that they were having fun playing this. So. And honestly, I don't really think that there's any losers in this match, but at the same time, there is a winner in this match, and it is Aegis, and they deserve it.